Do you know what a chairdrobe is? That's a chairdrobe. It contains the jacket that you just quickly took off, the handbag that you changed, and the shrapnel from your last "I have nothing to wear" meltdown. You probably have one of these. So today what we're going to do is I am going to show you how to build a beautiful and versatile clothes rack that'll take that eyesore and turn it into an absolute style statement. So first off, we're going to need wood. I'm using a 30 centimeter wide piece of laminate pine shelving, and when I bought it, I had it cut to 1.5 meter pieces. We're also going to need smaller planks for our uprights, and I've had a third plank cut into 25 centimeters. We're going to use this to create a box at the bottom of our clothing rail, and these shorter pieces are going to form the sides of our box. Now the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to stain the wood. I have chosen a beautiful walnut color, and we're going to be using a spray stain. The more often I use this product, the more I fall in love with it. It is quick, it is simple, it saves a ton of time, and it dries super quickly. So we are going to stain it, and then we're going to put a clear lacquer over it, give it a beautiful shine. So that's it. And the next step is wheels. I got these great ones from Galma, and they actually have a brake on it, so it's not going to roll around all over the place. Once you put the brake on, it's pretty stable. So we're going to attach these. We're going to measure out from the corner. I'm going to do about 3 centimeters from this side and 3 centimeters from that side. I'm going to mark out my pilot holes, and then we're going to screw them in. The other reason why having your clothes rail on wheels is so convenient is because you can use it in different places in the house. So think about having it in your laundry room. As you're ironing, you can hang the newly ironed stuff on your clothes rail. Right, so we're done with our wheels, and we're going to start on the other end. So what we're going to do here is we are going to use these brackets. It's something that I absolutely love to use. It's going to allow you to work on the inside of your box. Instead of having to drill through from the outside and having ugly screws sitting on the outside, this is going to allow you to neatly work on the inside of your box. And we're going to use those brackets to attach our shorter pieces of wood there. So by now, we all know the drill, literally. We're going to find our marks. We're going to mark out where our pilots are going to go in. We're going to do pilots, and then we're going to screw in our brackets. Okay, so I have just finished putting my brackets in the uprights, but we need to have a set of brackets on the top as well. So I've measured 2 centimeters from the very top of this pillar section, because the top part of our box is literally going to rest on these brackets. Things are coming together. This is starting to look like a box. So this is the top of my box, and I'm going to drill the pilot holes flat, and then I'm going to seat it onto my brackets, and I will have to screw them in from the bottom. So that's going to be slightly uncomfortable, but it's a completely doable process. We have set our box aside just for a second because we're going to start working on our uprights. Now this is the section where your rod is going to go on, where you're going to hang your clothes. So obviously this has to be a bit higher. I have got 2 planks here. They're 9.5 centimeters by 1.5 meters. For our rod, we're going to use a 25 millimeter chrome rod, and the rod is going to fit quite snugly into these flanges. So I want to attach my flanges to my uprights, and then we're going to slide our rod in between. Okay, so I am down on the floor over here because I'm ready to attach my upright. This is the only part of the project where I'm going to be screwing stuff in from the outside. But I want to make sure that this is particularly stable because these uprights are actually going to be weight bearing. This is where we're going to be hanging our clothes. So I want to make sure that I have got the best joints for my box. So we're going to be working from the outside to the inside. We're going to use slightly longer screws, and we're going to make sure that it's nice, tight, and flush against our box. All right, So now I am going to put my rod in between my two uprights, and it's very, very important to note that I have only screwed one of my uprights to the box. So I'm going to put my rod into my flange on the side that has been attached to my box, and I'm going to bring my second upright close enough so that we can attach the second flange, and only now will I screw this second upright to my box. So we're practically done, but I'm a little extra, and because today is all about sorting out a mess with a good storage solution, I'm going to add a little bit more storage onto my rail by adding hooks to the sides of my uprights here. So I'm going to do 2 on each side, and then we're going to style this up. I'm going to add some of these beautiful cane baskets. I got them from Galma in the kitchen section. They're actually veg baskets, but you're never going to believe how beautiful they look, slotted into the bottom, and we can fit 3 nice and snugly in the bottom of our clothes rail. So with our baskets at the bottom, I'm going to be able to divide the shelf using these beautiful Perspex dividers so that I can stand handbags upright or just create a little bit of separation between different kinds of clothing. These are super easy to install because they just slot in over your shelf. So like I said, we're all about space saving and storage solutions. I got this very clever, very nifty pants rack from Galma. Now have a look what it does. I'm going to hang it up like this, and if you're not looking for something, it collapses and stores away to one side. How awesome is that? I'm actually very, very happy with this. And it just shows you how with a little bit of creativity, a little bit of elbow grease, and some fantastic storage solutions, you can make a real stylish change to something that used to be a little bit of an annoyance in your life.
For more DIY solutions, visit Galma in-store or browse online.